Macro traders, here we are. I'm Domenico, and I'm bringing you my institutional vision on global markets. Get ready, because today we are analyzing how crypto and gold will be the release valve. What if I told you that Bitcoin isn't just a digital gold rush, it's a secret weapon to save the US dollar from total collapse? Yeah, you heard that right. Former President Donald Trump, his key advisor Scott Bessent, and a network of Wall Street heavyweights are betting big on crypto exploding, way beyond what anyone's expecting. We are talking about skyrocketing prices for Bitcoin, altcoins, and even gold, as they've recently talked about a gold revaluation as a release valve for America's massive debt crisis. Stick around, because this isn't some conspiracy theory, it's a strategic master plan that's already in motion. Hit that like button, and if you're ready to deep dive, let's break it down. Alright, let's start with the elephant in the room, America's debt doom loop. Our debt to GDP in America is over 120%. That's insane. Interest payments are alone are sucking the life out of the economy. Default? Collapse? No way. Not if Trump and Bessent have their way. Their fix? Crank up inflation to supercharge GDP growth. That's inflation deleveraging. Bigger economy means debt looks smaller by comparison. Genius, right? But how do you pull it off without everything going to hell? Okay, enter the Stablecoin Act, or as they're calling it, the Genius Act. This bad boy lets banks turn 3.3 trillion in sterilized reserves cash that's just sitting there dormant doing nothing because of inflation fees into stablecoins. Boom! That money floods the economy, sparking growth and inflation on demand. But wait, inflation can piss people off. Prices go up, wages lag, right in the street. Not if you have a smart way to manage it. That's where financial repression comes in. It's like putting a lid on a boiling pot, boiling that frog. They keep bond yields super low even as inflation heats up, so the government can borrow cheap and keep that debt machine running. But here's the real magic. To keep folks happy amid rising prices, they need a release valve, something to make you feel richer without jacking up everyday costs like housing or groceries. Cue Bitcoin, crypto, and gold. These aren't just investments, they're liquidity sponges. As you can see here, Bitcoin is hypersensitive to global money flows, almost 9 times more than gold. When trillions pour into BTC, that soaks it up like a boss, shooting prices to the moon. This absorbs excessive cash, preventing bubbles in stocks or real estate that could screw over millennials and Gen Z. Inflation runs hot, but it's controlled. No social unrest, just wealth illusion for the masses. And guys, this isn't random, it's coordinated. Look at Howard Lutnick, Trump's pick for Commerce Secretary and a Wall Street legend. Him and his son, launching Bitcoin-focused funds, SPACs, and credit lines. They're tied to MicroStrategy, Tether, and billions are flowing in. And now, guys, let's look at Trump's own media company, reportedly holding billions in Bitcoin and altcoins. And get this, 50% of Trump's family wealth is in crypto. Coincidence? Hell no. This is an insider strategy. Trump and Bessent want crypto to surge because it extends US dollar dominance. Stablecoins keep treasuries in demand, Bitcoin mops up the mess, and the USA is on top in a chaotic world. It's not about ditching the dollar, it's about supercharging with digital assets and the dollar holding its dominance. So let's have a quick recap today on these bombshells. Trump and Bessent eyeing Bitcoin and crypto prices blasting off beyond your wildest dreams. Debt doom loop, fight with inflation, fuel GDP growth. Inflation deleveraging. Stablecoin Act unlocks 3.3 trillion of reserves. It's going to be boosting digital cash. Financial repression, low yields, high inflation, government debt stays afloat. Bitcoin as the ultimate sponge, suck it up to liquidity to protect other assets. And big players like Lutnick pouring billions into crypto funds. This is the real deal, the Cantillon effect. All the wealth going to the top. Now the deep insight. Inflation isn't the enemy. It's the tool to dodge inflation. Stablecoins turning trapped money into inflation rocket fuel. Financial repression, keep borrowing cheap, but need asset pumps to avoid backlash. So what they do, Bitcoin sensitivity makes it perfect. 8.9 times liquidity response versus gold 1.4 times. Institutions are all in, signaling a massive shift, and ultimately, this whole play buys time for the dollar to rally through crypto magic, driving up global liquidity. This is no accident, folks. Folks, this is a convergence of politics, finance, and tech rewriting the rules. Crypto isn't fringe anymore. It's the core of the saving system. Altcoins, Bitcoin, stablecoins, central to their plan, backed by laws and legends. So what do you think? Is this the future or a house of cards? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Will Bitcoin hit 1 million? Smash subscribe for more breakdowns like this. Turn on the notification so you don't miss the next big reveal. Share this if it blows your mind. Thanks for watching. Stay awake, stay invested. Peace out, and I'll catch you in the next video.